Hi everyone, how have you guys been? I have been, I think after uploading the second video, I kind of didn't put up any more videos. I was busy with something. My dog had passed away, so I took some time off to grieve and kind of understand and figure out the process. So I took some time off. So today I would be talking about loss because it's a very recent thing that's happened to me. Uh, the whole reason of mine going into depression was the factor of loss. Actually, I suffered a miscarriage, and post that, instead of dealing with the loss and going through the process of grief, I just kind of put it under the carpet and brush it under the carpet, and I said that it's okay, I'll figure it out. It doesn't matter. Losses happen. But that kind of was my starting point. And after that, I think I was going through my period of anxiety. I didn't speak so much about my miscarriages, like, okay, ठीक है, happens. uh, and when that incident happened, the one person who was with me helping me deal with this entire process was Kala, my house help. And my depression kind of spiraled out of control is when in 2020, 9th of September, she also passed away. And that was during the peak of COVID, and I didn't even have the opportunity to see her for the last time, and that triggered my depression, and it spiraled out of control. And yeah, I guess these two losses changed my life forever. um, how Loss is very personal, so there is no one way of dealing with loss. I think there's this very favorite quote of mine from one of the TED talks that says that, that says, you don't move on from grief or loss, you move forward with grief. So I've learned how to move forward with grief, because there is not a single day when I don't remember Kala. And now I think with my dog passing away, there won't be a single day when I won't remember my dog. And I have had losses previously also. I work a lot with animals, so I know how they don't have a long life like humans do, and losing them is a painful affair. And I still remember them, and sometimes I cry. And I guess one of the biggest lessons that I have learned about loss and grief is that you actually don't get over them. They stay in your memory, so time to time when they pop up in your memory, you will cry and you will feel sad. I guess we all run away from that feeling of that 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 gut wrenching feeling that we get when we are sad and we are grieving. I think nobody wants to go through that, and that's why they avoid. And when we are trying to avoid that, it kind of comes back even with bigger force. And I think one of the example that I'd like to give is this very famous actor. I don't want to name her, but her sister had met with an accident, and she was giving an interview, and she said that, the host asked that, how do you cry a lot? And she said, I normally don't cry a lot, especially when my sister had an accident. I didn't cry so much because I had to be strong, I had to take care of her. But after that, when she was healing, she recovered. I think smallest of things would make me cry, like, the knife was blunt and it didn't cut the apple properly, or the doorknob wasn't opening the door wasn't opening, the knob got stuck, or small little things would make her cry. So what happened was, when you are trying to avoid situations like that and avoid feeling the emotions that you might have that are uncomfortable, you end up pushing them deep inside the cupboard. But there will come a day when the cupboard will open with such great force, and everything will come out of that cupboard, and you will not be able to handle that. It will be like a barrage of emotions coming down, and that, I think, that particular time, it is very that gets overwhelming. So I personally believe, and with all my therapy sessions, I truly believe that, do not get overwhelmed. I mean, you will get overwhelmed from time to time, but not get overwhelmed so much at single point in time that it becomes difficult to breathe. It is important to let out the steam at regular intervals for us to process what is happening. um, every now and then human beings will have a range of emotions, and it is important to feel all of them, go through them, and stay with your emotions. um, you will cry. Like, I cried for 2 straight days after I heard that my dog passed away, and I didn't have the opportunity to meet my dog. I cried for 2 straight days, and I would still cry. And I know in coming days I will cry again. But I don't want to stop myself from feeling that feeling of loss and sadness, because if I do, it's gonna come in some other form, some other day, when it is not even connected to this incident. But somehow my brain is going to connect the dots, and I will spiral out of control in anger, rage, or sadness, or whatever. And that time, not everybody is going to understand why this happened right now. So it is very important for us to, I think, take each incident as it is and let the steam out. Go through the process of grief. Whatever suits you, do it. There is no one way of dealing with grief or loss. There's no cooking cutting method here. You will have to figure out what works best for you. Do that. If it's crying, cry. If it's eating, eat for that amount of period of time. If it's going through all the pictures with them, go through them. Just do. One of the many ways that I personally haven't been able to, like, I still feel that I wish I had seen Kala for one last time and I couldn't. So I think that feeling, I don't think is ever going to go away. And now I don't even fight that feeling. If it comes, I say, okay. I wish I could, but I didn't have an option. That was peak of COVID. I couldn't go meet her. So yeah, I don't think I've stopped bottling up my feelings. If it's grief, I will deal the way it is, and I will let the number of days required to process that grief or go through that process. I will go through that. So that is how I'm kind of right now figuring out my life, one day at a time, processing grief the way, I mean, the best way I know I can. And I hope this helps you guys. This is helpful for you guys. And again, if there's anyone willing to talk, willing to share, please feel free in the comment section. You can drop your email. I will reach out to you guys. And next video will be again this week. And next week, the next video I will be talking about Kala, my house help, and how she has been so, I mean, how her death kind of uh, changed my life actually. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a great day. Take care.